Hello, everybody, and welcome to Neely Music, where I, O'Neill Donald, talk about music, life, and fun. And I'm reviewing the Rihanna album. Anti is its name, and I don't think I've ever felt this way about an album before. Probably because I'm much more used to hearing pop music, but I listened to the Rihanna album, and I I listened to it once through, and I was confused. And then I listened to it the second time through. It started to make a little bit more sense. But then I found that I was hitting many walls when trying to understand this. If you watch videos on my channel, I try to have reviews that are I guess intelligent, that I guess refer to different places in the album and whatever. And I just found that I thoroughly didn't enjoy this album. Like, being brutally and utterly honest, and I'm gonna qualify it, but just in general, like, I really couldn't get into this album. Like, there were great moments. I'm not saying that there weren't great moments, but generally, just the Rihanna album, I just thoroughly didn't like it, and let me tell you why. Um, for me, I'm very production driven, and I'll hit different areas, and I felt like from song to song, it. Let's just start with the overall track list. From the track list, I felt like it wasn't really cohesive. Like, it felt like three different albums. Like, well, not three different albums, maybe at most two, but there were times that the track list, let's say from Consideration all the way down to, I don't know, like Woo, like it kind of felt like one album that was a little bit easier to take in. But mind you, I guess the general vibe I was feeling was just that it felt like it was recorded in a basement, and it wasn't like there was very little effort that was put into it, into the production rather. Like, from time to time, like there weren't a lot of pushes and pulls. But I will say that the album felt very meditative in that, like, the chord progressions, they were very cyclical. From song to song, there weren't a lot of changes musically from song to song. Um, uh, it maybe like a little bit of variation in percussion, but like it was just basically the same thing, very repetitive, over and over and over, which made the album kind of like very meditative. And I found that that was good in some cases, but it was bad in some others, because I literally felt like not like it was putting me to sleep, but it was almost like a lull. Like, I feel like, for me, and me personally speaking, I've never been high before, but it literally felt like this, what am I calling it? It felt very ethereal and almost spiritual. Like, and I'm not like, not even like, because a lot of people can assume that I mean like angelic, uh or like, but it felt very spacey. Like, can I put it that way? Yeah, it felt very spacey. Like, felt like I was in this like constant lull throughout almost the entire album. Um, and the last few tracks didn't really make sense to me. Like, especially Higher and Love on the Brain, which were completely different than all of the songs on the album. But I will say that I did have highlights, and I'll put out my highlights. Consideration, featuring SZA. I thoroughly enjoyed SZA's performance, but can I say that Consideration has some hard knocking songwriting, some very good melodic choices. Dun 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 dun, like dun, 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 dun. It's just very almost like out of like a horror movie or something like that. My all-time favorite track on the album was Kiss It Better. Kiss It Better was probably the only track that I felt like was like it felt like an actual song. The rest felt like basically like noise to me. Like, it was, mind you, I've kind of been disconnected with the way that hip hop is sound that the hip hop is like, I guess, the direction that hip hop has gone for now. My thing is, uh like this album sounded a lot like more like hip hop than it did pop or R&B. Like I felt like I was listening to like a Drake album. Like it was very very very, um, like Rihanna's voice wasn't really used to like the fullest of its potential, in terms of skill, but in terms of flow, Rihanna was on the ball. Like it was very enjoyable to listen to Rihanna to use different parts, sing in different registers, but also say words completely differently. Like the way that she approached lyricism, the lyricism of the entire album differed from song to song, in the way that she delivered it, in the way that she performed it, and I really enjoyed that. The album did remind me of Rated R, which I do believe is Rihanna's best album, but the only thing that it lacked was that it just felt very unfinished. Like it like, so not saying that songs needed that were short could have been longer. Some of them just needed to be short, but like when I look at Woo, I turned it on and I was just like, really? Really? Honestly, like that's literally what was going on in my mind, and I really want to just be honest with you guys, and not trying to like pull things out of my neck. But yeah, it just felt like, nah. And let's see, what other songs were there? Like even like Same Old Mistakes, ba ba na 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 ba, na 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 na, and I was just like, oh my gosh, really right now. And then what was the next song? What is it? Not Close to You. Needed Me. Actually, no. I kind of like Needed Me because it did have a place where I could be like kind of engaged. When she said, "Oh, you need me," like that. I really like that. Um, yeah, but other than that, yeah, I really didn't enjoy this album. Like, really, I didn't. Like, it was just, it was almost too ethereal for me. Like, it was just too out. It was really out there, and I'm sure a lot of people have caught on to it, but like, maybe it's gonna take a few more listens. But even like Work, which I did review, I said to myself, yeah, I'm gonna give it some time. But like even listening to it, I'm just like, this is complete and utter nonsense. Like for me, I'm just like, if I keep listening to this, I know I'll end up liking it. But it's at the point where I'm just like, this is such nonsense. I don't even allow myself to like this. Like this sounds like it's just what's rushed and put together. I'm just like, really, Rihanna? Like, it's been 3 years, and you come up with this? Like, I'm just really no. I'm just like a head-on no. Anyway, I don't think I've ever felt like this about music before. But yeah, it's just a no for me. Don't really care if you like it, if you like it or if you don't. But it's just a no for me, personally. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I probably will, but yeah, hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I really mean well, but I really tried to get into it, but just in general, it's just a no. Like, I'd rather be smoking weed. I'm like, what? Like, it's nonsense. It's like I'm not even saying that like the lyrics don't mean something to somebody, but just like in general, she just seems to be like talking smack. Like, there's not a lot of depth or any type. Like, even like when like hearing her vocal performance, like she didn't even really feel thoroughly connected connected to what was going on. It just felt like she was singing, and the difference between Rated R and this was just that you could feel that she was singing into, like, she was feeling what she was singing back then. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's my thing. So yeah, that does not have to be the end of the conversation. Even though it's the end of the video, you can like, comment, subscribe. You can dislike too. If you really don't agree with what I'm saying, please dislike my video. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Watch my other videos. Yeah, I'm just really dicked off. Like, this album just really didn't do it for me. Bye, guys.